Did you notice that the only time Kokushibo actively spoke to Muzan was to complain about Doma? This phenomenon can be seen at the Upper Moon Gathering meeting. When he sees other Upper Moons, he basically doesn't speak, appearing very aloof. But when facing strong members of the Demon Slayer Corps, he becomes talkative, constantly persuading them to become demons. This contrast is not randomly set, it is actually a soul bomb planted by teacher Gotuge when creating this character. Think about it carefully, Akaza has no reverence or affection for Muzan, only a relationship of order giver and follower. He has undisguised disgust for the other Upper Moons, especially Doma, who stands completely opposite to Akaza in behavior. Akaza despises the weak, yet he makes an exception for women, which seems to be allowed by Muzan, even though Muzan often dislikes and reprimands him for it, and Doma always teases him about this. For Akaza, who acts based on instinct and residual emotions, Doma's hollow existence that tramples on his boundaries triggers a visceral disgust. Akaza even for this reason made the only complaint to Muzan about Doma, which is unprecedented among the Upper Moons. What does this indicate? It indicates that he never truly integrated himself into the demon group from the bottom of his heart. Demons feed on humans, yet he is the one among the Upper Moons who eats the least. His strength mostly comes from an almost obsessive self-training, which also explains that his pursuit of strength is not to eat more, but for the martial arts itself. Actually, even after becoming a demon, Akaza still deeply likes humans, and has an instinctive desire to be close to and communicate with strong humans. Even when facing an opponent he must kill, he will first chat a bit, getting to know them before taking action. He doesn't know why he dislikes the weak, or why he absolutely refuses to kill women. He is so persistent in recruiting strong individuals. In fact, deep in Akaza's heart, the pursuit of the pinnacle of martial arts is the only important thing. And for hundreds of years, the only ones who could understand this path and reach its peak were the pillars among humans, possibly stemming from his subconscious during his human period. His master Keizo's Suiryu Dojo could never recruit disciples, and after becoming a demon, this regret turned into an obsession with recruiting strong individuals. When he invited Kyojuro and Giyu, it was more like unconsciously seeking qualified successors for Suiryu rather than expanding Muzan's forces. So you see, he talks about pursuing the highest realm of martial arts, but his moves are all the Suiryu style taught by his master Keizo. He despises the weak, but deep down, he might despise the self that couldn't protect his father, master, and Koyuki. His frantic invitations for Kyojuro and Giyu to become demons seem like admiration for the strong, but in reality, it's a twisted obsession from his human days to protect those important to him. He thought that becoming a demon would make him eternally strong and able to protect forever, but he even forgot what he wanted to protect. He absolutely does not kill women, a rule even Muzan cannot change. Why? Because he always keeps Koyuki in his heart. You see, from a guardian to one of the watchdogs, even after being renamed, his appearance still betrays Muzan. After he became a demon, his pink hair color was the color of Koyuki's kimono, and his exaggerated blue tattoos were the past and sins he couldn't escape. Even his strongest killing move was named after the fireworks he and his fiancée planned to see. The snowflake formation he used to sense killing intent was modeled after his fiancée's hair ornament. Akaza fought for hundreds of years, unconsciously following an order he had long forgotten. Every punch and kick he throws is a call to a forgotten promise. He once used a move called Spirit Cut to break his opponent's real sword from the side, protecting Renyuki. After becoming a demon, he used the same move to break Giyu's Nichirin blade. This move was praised as beautiful by the opponent's dojo master because its essence is not destruction, but precise protection. For hundreds of years, he used the skills taught by his master and the promise to Renyuki to carry out endless slaughter, not only betraying his original intention as a protector during his human years, but also fully betraying his father's last words, his master's martial arts, and Renyuki's expectations. So his end was not being beaten to death, but suicide. At the moment his memory returned, he saw Tanjiro protecting Giyu, which was just like the shadow of Keizo. He realized that for hundreds of years, he had been using the martial arts his master taught him to protect people, to kill those like his master. He refused to regenerate and sealed himself. In the end, guided by the spirit of Koyuki, he did not return as a demon seeking redemption, but as a long-lost child, going home with the one who had waited for him for so long. So you see, the author created Akaza not just to portray a powerful antagonist. He is essentially a vessel possessed by wisdom, regret, and love. He reveals to us not just the tragedy of a villain, but a revelation pointing towards hope. We may not turn into demons, but we might all experience the transformation from Hakuji to Akaza to varying degrees in life. His eventual return home is a metaphor for all lost souls by the author, and a tribute to the resilience of human nature. Even if we have all become Akaza at some point, as long as we hold on to an unextinguished original intention in our hearts, there is always the possibility of returning to Hakuji.